Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. In this video, I'm going to give you a tutorial for even complete beginners on how to use 1inch to swap tokens. At the same time, I'm going to show you how this tagline, one-stop access to decentralized finance, pretty much sums what 1inch offers. One of the biggest constraints in DeFi are the boundaries between different blockchains. 1inch recently deployed their newest upgrade that connects the EVM ecosystem to the Solana ecosystem. And that is huge because both Ethereum and Ethereum Layer 2 networks and Solana are actually where DeFi is booming. Also, one of the things that makes 1inch even more powerful is the fact that they do not use bridges, which are the most commonly used protocols to send funds from one blockchain to another. Not only those protocols are very much targeted by hackers, but also you will pay the highest amount of fees from all of the DeFi protocols on bridges, which makes them more risk prone, and at the same time they can be very expensive since users need to pay 1%, 2%, or sometimes even more of the funds they want to bridge. All in all, using 1inch makes your transactions cross-chain to be safer, cheaper, and potentially even faster. So let me show you how everything works. So let's dive in. Alright, so first things first, we need to launch the dApp. This is where the magic is going to happen. So we are going to move funds from the EVM ecosystem to the Solana ecosystem and back. In practice, that means we're swapping tokens to Solana and back. This is not only a tutorial, but also you can see in action how low fees you will pay using 1inch and how fast the protocol is, how easy to use. You can then test it out for yourself using the link down below, but I highly advise you to bookmark 1inch, start using it not only to swap tokens on whatever blockchain you are, but also to cross-chain your funds. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some stablecoins, USDT, on the BNB chain, which is also part of the EVM ecosystem. I'm going to send that to Solana using 1inch, and then from Solana, I will still take those funds and move them back into Base, which is also a very widely popular Ethereum Layer 2, and obviously they're also part of the Ethereum ecosystem. But since the first step is move funds to Solana, we are going to establish that route. So first, we need to select the tokens we are using. I'm going to choose USDT on the BNB chain. As I click on USDT, you see that several blockchains do pop up, and I'm going to choose BNB chain. Then we need to choose where are we sending those funds to. For that reason, here we will also click on USDT, and then we click on the Solana blockchain. As you can see, it's showing here already. So we choose that, and now we have our order ready to move. USDT on the BNB chain, note the small icon that identifies this token as being on the BNB chain, and down here you receive USDT on the Solana blockchain. So notice that it says not only on Solana, but also you can see the Solana icon. If you want more details about the transaction, you can expand the information menu and get more info about it. Alright, so you know what's going to happen. Now it's time for us to connect wallets. So a couple aspects I want to share with you about wallets. When we're moving funds between different ecosystems, you'll have to know if the wallet you're using supports both of them. For example, if I select now Phantom Wallet or other options like MetaMask, even Control Wallet, I know that they already support both Solana and Ethereum ecosystems. Rabi Wallet, which I'm about to use, only supports, right now when I'm recording the video at least, only supports Ethereum ecosystem blockchains. So in order to send funds to Solana, I will necessarily need to connect another wallet. And in this case, I'm going to log in also with Phantom. This also goes to show that you can actually also connect two wallets at the same time with 1inch. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Rabi Wallet. Now I'm connected, I'm logged in. This is where initially I'll be moving my funds from. And then I'm also going to connect a Solana wallet. You see here, you can connect Solana wallet because 1inch automatically recognizes that in order to send funds to Solana, I cannot do it just with Rabi Wallet because of what I just told you. They only support Ethereum ecosystem blockchains. For that reason, now I'm going to go ahead, click on Phantom to connect it. And just like that, I have two wallets connected. If I want to switch up between active wallets, I click there in my wallet address and then I can switch up between different wallet addresses. As you can see here, you can even tell by the icon before of the address which is the predominant blockchain for that same address. This one has a check mark, it's on Ethereum, it's where my funds are initially on, so I'm good to go. I'm gonna send this around $62 worth of USDT on the BNB chain to Solana. So I'm gonna go ahead and click max. So the simulation tells me that I will essentially pay 10 cents, which is a bargain for swapping cross-chain. Like I told you in the beginning, usually you would pay no less than 1% of the funds that you wanna move cross-chain. Again, this makes 1inch to be incredibly useful for users. It gives you the best deal actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and click swap. Note that it already identifies that I'm going to receive USDT in a different wallet, and it's showing here an address, and I blurred that for privacy reasons, but this is a Solana address. And also, before confirming the swap, we're having a simulation that tells us we're going to pay 10 cents, but actually you can see here the minimum amount that you are guaranteed to receive. That means if the price slips any further, your transaction will expire and it will not go through. So the bare minimum I would potentially receive by doing this swap is 61.82, so that's around 18 cents overall, which is still a really good deal for swapping cross-chain. So I'm gonna go ahead, click confirm swap. Now we need to sign the order in our wallet. I'm gonna go ahead, click confirm. Now the swap is submitted. It's only a matter of time in order for us to get funds into our Solana wallet. So do note that you should keep the browser tab open until transaction is complete. You can view the pending transaction here on the blockchain explorer, or we can go ahead and close it, but we definitely should keep this tab open. Of course, you can do some other things while you wait for this to go through. Alright, swap has been executed. I can tell you it took at around 30 seconds, something like that, 30 seconds up to a minute, but it didn't even took a whole minute. Fast, easy, cheap. We just swapped to Solana using 1inch, which is again much safer than bridges. So we got 61.89, 10 cents, that's how much we paid. Extremely cheap for cross-chain swaps. And then let me show you also here on my Solana wallet. Let me unlock this. Alright, so 61.88, just like the same thing they're showing here. Now that we swapped to Solana, it's time for us to swap back to the Ethereum ecosystem, and I'm going to use another blockchain, which is Base. So I'm going to click this arrow here just to swap the direction of the order, because now we have our funds on Solana and we want to send them to Base. So let me click here. I'm going to click again USDT. I could choose something else, by the way, Ethereum, anything that is on Base, but I'm going to use USDT just for the sake of showing you how much USDT we started with and how much we will end. So essentially doing a couple of swaps through different ecosystems, and this will show you how much we will spend in total. So again, I selected here USDT, right? And now I'm going to click on Base. That's the destination of our funds. I'm gonna go make sure it's selecting the whole thing, max. Again, the simulation tells us it's going to cost 10 cents. We can expand this to see more information about it. So the minimum amount actually in this case would be 61.16. That would be 60 something cents, but this is the bare minimum. And in that case, it would be something around 1%. But even if that comes to be, it's still cheaper than using bridges, not to mention much safer. So let's go ahead and confirm this swap. So now it's time to confirm. Notice that our address here now is on a EVM blockchain. You can see the difference because it starts with OX, unlike Solana. So we're going to confirm swap, and now we need to confirm the transaction, but on our Phantom wallet. Notice we're not using Rabi anymore because our funds are on Phantom, and that's where we need to confirm the transaction. We are also going to pay a very small amount of Solana to confirm it. So let's click confirm. Again, swap submitted. Let's see how long it will take. We can close this. I'm timing this, by the way, and I will share how long it will take. Okay, so the swap just got executed. 1 minute 40 seconds. That's how it took. So we paid actually something at around 10 cents. Once again, 10-11 cents. So pretty cheap. Let me also show you my Rabi wallet here just for confirming. So this is the Rabi wallet. You can see it's on Base chain, and we have already 61.77 cents worth of USDT. So that means we swapped from Ethereum ecosystem to Solana and back with complete success, paying extremely low fees, and also while keeping our crypto much safer, because 1inch allows us to cross-chain swap without using bridges. If you want to know more about it, I did another video explaining how the whole thing works. I'll link it down below. And this is it, guys. If you wanna use DeFi to the fullest, 1inch helps you to move your funds across different ecosystems and make the most out of those amazing DeFi opportunities that you can yield farm on Solana, on Ethereum. It doesn't really matter. 1inch unifies it all. So go check it out, use it yourself. There's a link down below. You can click it, start using it right away. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. So that being said, guys, hope you took value from the video. If you did, you know the drill. Like and subscribe for more of this type of content. Everything I share with you on the channel is meant to help you in your DeFi, in your crypto journeys. 1inch is one of those incredible tools. Everyone should be using it. Hope you took value from the video. Thank you for watching. Take care, keep exploring crypto, and I'll see you on the next one.